the grip of fear. A vision came, a light so clear, his mission now for all to hear.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Phee Smee Show with Manly Mark. I'm your host, or your co-host, Manly Mark, here with the Phee Smee himself. Beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning, Phee. What's going on, brother? How are you?
I'm wore out, man. I'm telling you, I'm wore dadgum out. I've got two dogs, and one of them last night, he's got a problem with his ears. He had an earache all night and whined and cried all night long. I bet I didn't get 2 hours sleep. Matter of fact, I can check for you, but I'm going to tell you right now, it probably was ugly.
I tell you, it's like between your dog and my baby,
4 hours and 46 minutes.
none of us are getting sleep.
4 hours and 46 minutes.
Well, are you like me? Like, are you a deep sleeper, or if a bug scurries across the floor, are you opening your eyes and be like, I see you, I hear you?
I don't get a lot of deep sleep. I guess last night I probably didn't get 30 minutes, but normally I'll get 48 to an hour. Now, if I sleep 11 hours, I might get an hour and a half.
Sure.
But the deep sleep for me, most of my deep sleep for some reason in the last 3 years has been around 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, interesting.
So
I wouldn't know what mine was, but I just know the baby even rolls over, I'm awake. I don't know if it gets worse as I'm getting older, or that's just how I've always been. I don't know.
well, I normally can sense when somebody's in the room and wake up. But I mean, of course, nobody been in the room.
Or heck, even like when one of my other kids opens their bedroom door and the ambient noise in the house changes, that wakes me up. Does that make sense? Like,
You're a light sleeper. Some people are very deep sleepers.
yeah, I literally just I don't know how to just the ambient noise in the house has changed and I can feel it. I know it. I don't know, but we're glad to be here with you guys this morning. And so thanks for tuning in. Drop a comment. Now, Jerry, if you're listening, drop a comment. Jessica, we love hearing from Jessica. Jen G, if you're listening, how's it going, girlfriend? But I feel it tells me we got a lot of stuff to talk about. A lot of stuff going on in the news. And so I guess we're going to just jump right into it. What do you got for me first, Phee?
Well, you got four paid protesters up 400% in D.C.
Well, I was talking about yesterday. I mean, literally, he just announced it, and now you already got these people with pre-printed posters, pre-this. But it's like, okay. Or you can just get on, like, Craigslist and find in these cities ads for paid protesters. I mean, if I wasn't lazy and I wasn't married and stuck where I'm at, I'd go get paid to protest. Hey, you're doing bad, Donald Trump. Bad, not cool. Bad. You know, but point is, get that. Devil's had that money long enough. We should go get that money.
Yes, and I'm here to tell you it's going to get worse.
Because, you know, the second anything gets sticky, it's like, well, I got my payday. I'm actually not, you know, like, you want me to leave, sir? Policeman? Okay, goodbye. I was here.
Get my check.
Give me that money. Which they pay big money.
400%. I'm thinking, who's the pollster out there that's polling paid protesters?
The fact that there even are paid protesters tells you enough.
That tells you enough.
So that's late stage capitalism at its finest. Oh, freedom of speech, but it's freedom to pay you for the speech. Yes. Come on now.
That's capitalism at its finest.
Which, I mean, you know me, I'm not a hater, but
well, I just tell the truth. We are the divided states of America.
Yeah, and capitalism isn't inherently evil, but it's better than, say, communism. But even capitalism isn't.
Well, it's the black horse of the spirits of.
I just.
He's staying with the scales coming in.
Well, I mean, in a sense, though, the whole point of capitalism is, I don't know, a form of worship of money, maybe? I don't know.
I love capitalism, and I hope it's not a worship of money. But
I mean, I think it all goes down to individual, but just, you know, the whole, I mean, I'm not an economic man, but,
that would have very little to do with economics.
Capitalism would have very little to do with economics?
Yeah.
Supply and demand?
Yeah.
What?
I mean, I wouldn't even worry about it. I mean, just throw the economics out when it comes to capitalism.
Why?
Capitalism is I want to make enough money, and I can do so with my ideas and my resources and my energy and my effort. That's
but you still got to like a little bit of supply and demand and principles like that tie in, don't they?
Oh yeah, economic principles tie in, but not in this situation. who's the paid protesters.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, okay.
I mean, I don't understand.
Sure,
The paid
sure.
protesters up 400%.
I just wonder if they actually care about what they're out there hooping and hollering about.
No, they don't. Or if they do, they're happy somebody paid them. They're on that side. How about that?
Yeah, or like imagine you're there actually getting beat up by a cop, and the guy next to you says, I'm getting paid to be here. And you're like, wait, what? I'm here on my own, free volition. They're giving you a check? What?
As this continues, they're going to say that Donald Trump is overstepping his boundaries.
Oh, well, he might
All
be.
of these
He might be.
See, he's in D.C. now. That's the District of Columbia. Going to be different than the different
Oh,
states.
yeah, 100%.
And he's fixing to go. He's already he's deployed the National Guard down in on that immigration wall.
Well, and I read about how, like, I don't know, just for half a second, saw an article or something last night said that what he's doing right now in D.C. will make it now easier. Say, next month, if there's a riot in Chicago, he has a template, or not only that, but I don't know what to call it, a special task force of National Guard. I think he maybe said 300, 2 teams of 300 essentially that will, we'll call up these people when there's a riot, and that we'll send them where they need to go. So it's interesting that now they're talking, no, I mean, it's not a whole branch, it's not this or that, but it's like, yeah, we got teams where, protest, riot, call these guys up, and in under 24 hours, they're going to dispel or take care of the situation. On one hand, it's like, well, yeah, that's good, because riot and chaos, that's bad. Is it Trump overstepping his boundaries? Now, I don't know, based upon the law.
Doesn't matter because what Democrats are going to say is it's
right.
going to divide the
I
country
think
more.
The interesting thing is not necessarily whether it's right or wrong if he's overstepping. It's what precedent is he setting in doing this that then when the people we don't like are in power, if Joe Biden was doing this against Donald Trump protesters, we'd think, Antichrist or So, I mean, again, I like the fact he's doing this because chaos in cities, rioting, and looting, bad. But I'm just wondering, what are we opening the door for?
I think you're opening the door into an era that you haven't seen since 1940s in a different type of global war.
Interesting.
So I don't think that will be a problem. I think people will welcome the National Guard as things continue to get out of hand. It's just going to get continually worse to the point to where you are afraid to do anything or go anywhere.
Of course. Well, I mean, it already is kind of like that in a sense.
And you've got to be thankful to be where we live because the cities are in real trouble.
Oh, well, I mean, heck, we live in the second largest, I don't know now. We live in the second largest, or nearby the second largest city in the state.
And one of the worst crime cities ever. I think it's surprising to me to
why do you think
to
that
know
is?
how bad we.
Do we need to get into crime statistics and demographics?
Well, the demographics, and I've looked at them because I had a run-in with the police chief. So I've already looked at.
And we're coming after the police chief of Fort Smith abusing his power.
I've already moved forward.
Oh, we're already forgiving him.
Forgiving that, move on. Okay. That's just that.
You might have, but I am not moving on, and I'm not forgiving because some guy randomly bumping into you. Hey, I'm going to pull a power play on this guy because why not? No. You don't need to be in the power or a position to be making decisions for our city if that's how you are. Full stop. Don't care what he's done that's good. Your experience alone tells me everything I need to know.
Embarrassing for anybody. I just looked at him. And
but he probably wasn't expecting you to be like, he's probably expecting you to be like, so yes, sir, instead of, he caught you off guard. He's like, what are you doing, dude? Because, again, he framed the whole thing like coming in like the big bully, and he expected you to give him his lunch money, your lunch money. You said, hey, what are you doing, dude? What's the point? What do you think you're doing right now? Who do you, whatever. But you really threw him for a loop.
Absolutely. And when I left there, I was going to really throw him for a loop because, number one, the UPS truck's out in front of the city of Fort Smith, the water department, blocking a lane. I did not make a U-turn. I just turned in behind the UPS truck. And a guy in a suit that's going to, I opened the door for him and said, hello, sir. Next thing you know, he pulls off his suit coat and throws the badge out and says, if you ever do that again, you'll be arrested. I said, do what?
Do it.
Do what? That U-turn. I said, I didn't make a U-turn.
You know, I wish you would have done. I wish you would have pulled out your phone right then and there, start recording, and say, "Sir, will you please explain to me your badge?"
He got all he wanted from me real quick.
I guess
when I left there, I was so upset, and it took me 30 minutes. This is probably a month ago. It took me 30 minutes before I calmed down. I said, he's number one. He's no one. He's nobody.
No.
So it doesn't matter. What am I going to do? Go after him? I mean,
that's what we're doing.
Going after me.
The Phee Smee Network is going after him.
No, we're not.
We're releasing an official statement.
We're eliminating all those dadgum hatred or.
Okay, well,
I'm not very happy of the way it went down, but I was polite, and I just wasn't going to put up with it.
No, I don't blame you.
He don't know how many times I've been arrested.
Well, I know. I wish you would have tried, but that's beside the point. Man, stuff like that though. That to me is my villain origin story would be something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what set him off? Oh, the police chief was rude to him. That
rude.
Kind of.
He was absolutely. I mean, he just had. He had a bad day.
His wife's boyfriend probably didn't come over the night before.
I don't have any idea about that, but I can tell you one thing: he was heading up the elevator in the Stevens building, in a nice suit. I had no idea he was an officer. I opened the door and said, "How you doing, sir?" And next thing I know, I'm getting a lecture from him. I just looked at him and said, "Who? You showed me your badge, boy? Who are you?" And then all of a sudden. I even told the water employee, this man right here is going to fix and have a problem with me. I can't imagine him being that rude, that abusive, that ridiculous.
Police Chief Fort Smith.
Yeah, I mean, just ridiculous. But by the time I paid the water bill and we went back and got in the car and drove home, came here and vented to you for 15 minutes.
Well, I might release a short of this discussion and tag him on the Facebook page.
We don't need to do any of that, antagonize people. We need to move forward.
Well, I'm telling you, you get a few viewers.
I know, but we're going to have problems on a federal level, a world level. Let's try not to have problems.
But you know what? I'm trying to come after people like John Bozeman, selling insider trading, and the police chief. I care more about these because you know what? It's we see all the federal stuff. That's in the forefront of the news, and that's on our mind. But it's like, I'll never see Donald Trump, have no effect over him. But here you see on a local level these same abuses of power that you see on a federal level. Well, you know what? I do have a voice in my city, in my state. John Bozeman, you're a trash bag.
Oh.
I mean, again,
he's insider trading.
Insider trading with trash bag.
Is what you're saying.
Trash bag.
So that's whether that is or isn't true. He certainly had a stock tip.
By I guess the letter of the law, what they're doing is not considered insider trading because the way the law is worded.
There you go.
But if I was to do the exact same thing and not be a member of Congress,
You'd be Martha Stewart.
I'd be Martha Stewart, who went to prison over $42,000 or something ridiculous. Like it wasn't even like she didn't even make millions. It was a tens of thousands she made or something. Going to jail. Ridiculous. And, she probably just didn't even know.
Well, I mean, my point was, look, I'll pay to pull every traffic cam on Garrison, and I will prove to him real quickly that he does not have any idea what he's talking about and doesn't know what a U-turn is.
I wish he would have gave you tickets so you would have took it to court.
He didn't want to give me anything because
but he didn't know that.
Point, I really wanted him to arrest me because I just looked at him like have you lost your mind? I mean, you talking about a dadgum lecture of him. I just said, who are you? And he just told me, I'm the chief of police. I don't care who you are. I mean, I'm getting mad about it now. I mean,
I'm mad.
It was absolutely. I'm going to let it go. But it's been a month ago.
Flip this table over.
It's been a month ago. We got other things to talk about.
I know.
But that just goes to show you. I mean, Fort Smith is ranked one of the last cities in crime. It's one of the worst cities in the state of Arkansas. And by the way, they ain't but 4% of the cities in America more dangerous. Mm-hmm. So he doesn't need to be jumping out trying to tell me about a U-turn when he doesn't know.
No, where's my car that got stolen a few years ago, dude?
Let's pull the video. Let's pull the traffic cam right now.
I got my car stolen. Police didn't do nothing. They came out there, took my statement, never heard hide nor hair from them. They don't care.
He's an embarrassment, but I've got bigger fish to fry than him.
Well, at
Let's
some
just-
point,
let's
some point,
eliminate
he's
it.
ending up in the basket. I'll say that.
No, he'll retire with a bunch of nice, beautiful, wonderful colors. I mean, let him go. Let him go.
Yeah, well.
Somebody, he doesn't have near enough to do. I'm gonna tell you that much.
Apparently not.
He doesn't have near enough. To
Like
do.
I said, his wife's boyfriend probably didn't come over the night before.
There you go.
And he just
See,
looking to someone to take it out on.
That is not what you would call a good journalist, because you have no idea about whether he has a wife or whether she has a boyfriend.
No, I'm just.
That's an opinion.
Yeah, this is. I am an opinion journalist. Everything I do is an opinion piece.
Ain't no question about that. All right, let's get to the news, because we've got a bunch of European news. We've got a bunch of Alaska, United States summit. We've got Trump on a video conference with European leaders and Zelensky from Ukraine.
Okay.
The Chancellor of Germany.
Okay.
Again, going to play a huge role with these leopards.
Of course.
And so they've already had that conference. Well, now, here was the problem. Russia has taken some of Ukraine's territory.
Let him keep it.
Ukraine has taken some of Russia's
sure.
territory.
Yeah. Not let
They
them keep
want to
it.
swap territories, but the Europeans are concerned because Russia started the war and rewarding Russia and giving them those territories. Again, Russia and Trump both would say, "Look at the treaties and what you've done." Since
Yeah,
World War II.
that's the point. It was, hey, NATO's not going to be on our
NATO's not going to
doorsteps.
move 1 inch
How many-
way, and they've moved, 100 miles.
They're talking about making Ukraine a NATO nation, which
go.
is quite literally. I equate it literally. I mean, if this is even similar, during the Cuban Missile Crisis, JFK told the Soviets, "Take the missiles off Cuba, or we're going to invade Cuba." Okay, we moved missiles. Putin, hey, stop putting missiles in Ukraine, or stop getting arms built up on our borders. No. Well, I'm going to invade if you don't. Okay. Well, he invades. How's it any different than America threatening to invade Cuba? They don't get the missiles off Cuba. I don't blame. Now, is there more going on? I'm sure. I mean, you get into like all the biological sites that were in Ukraine, all the weird money laundering things that are going on with Ukraine, the whole Biden things in Ukraine. So there's something going on with Ukraine, but we're just supposed to think, it's Ukraine, they're getting invaded. Oh no, pray for Ukraine. It's like, I'm not saying Russia's a good guy, but if I was Putin, I would have done
You just get, if at the end of World War II you say, look, you can't go into anywhere in the United States, and after 50 years or 100 or 75 years, they've taken the whole Western, California, Washington State, Oregon, you'd be upset, because that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But that's not the way it's being portrayed, and that really doesn't matter in the end.
No.
What matters is that the European Union is going to be a big player with this end time one world government with the United
Russia
Nations.
tried to get in the Russia even asked to get in NATO in the 90s.
They will,
or maybe 2000. George W. Bush.
They will end up
Or
there.
maybe it was Clinton. Long story short, they wanted to be a part of it. Putin was asking. Then I can't remember if it was H.W. Bush or Clinton or W.
of the
Bush.
globalists.
One of the globalists said, act like it was a great idea. Let me go talk to somebody about it. Came back, no, we can't do that. Well, wouldn't that have been great for world peace? Huh. You would think, but they need.
I don't think they're interested in world peace.
Well, they are. They are, but in their version, in their world peace, which is not peace, but that's beside the point. That is the point. It's an inversion. War is peace.
Europe, Zelensky pushed to sway Trump before Alaska summit with Putin on Ukraine. They're talking about red lines. They're talking about no matter what happens with this Alaskan summit with Putin, somebody's going to walk out there unhappy.
Watch him at the end of it be like, Trump, well, I traded Alaska. That's what we did for peace. They got Alaska now. I mean, that's never going to happen, but wouldn't that be throw people for a loop? Which gets into the whole Greenland thing, too. We want Greenland. I remember telling you about this a long time ago.
And I told you I'd love to have Greenland.
Well, but now that we've talked about like the pole shift and what the government knows but it's not telling about what might be happening with the Earth, right? And when you think about it like that, Greenland is the most strategic, resource-rich place available on the earth.
Obviously, Ukraine's got a lot of those.
Well, Ukraine does too. I mean, it's the breadbasket of Europe. So Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe in the sense of, stuff's going on in Europe, people are going to starve. I mean, so many different things going into it.
Isn't it just an exciting time if you are involved, and if you're not, it's just another day.
Yeah, well, because there's a guy I follow online who's a Ukrainian, and he just makes little videos about simple man, and he'll dip himself in the water or flip his burger. But the whole time I'm thinking, how come you're in Ukraine and you're just over there having a burger party? Like, to him, it's another day. But if there's a war going on in my country right now, it's hard to imagine. I'd be like, I'm at the park, flicking them burgers. California just got nuked. Yeah.
Y'all want some onions and tomato?
Maybe that's just they're like, I don't know. That's just what else do you do? What else do you do? I guess.
Well, if they were blowing up and fighting on the eastern seaboard, and you were wanting to have a barbecue at your house in Arkansas, I guess it'd be the same thing.
Well,
I just don't. I don't know how that works there.
But no, because we never experienced that.
But anyway, hey, let's talk about it. Yesterday, I talked to people about a 6.1 earthquake in Turkey.
Okay.
Today, you've got a tropical storm off the Atlantic seaboard that's fixing to turn into Hurricane Aaron.
Interesting.
How's your weather manipulation job coming, Mark?
Oh, good.
Good. I'm looking forward to you leaving and starting up the weather balloon.
I'm about to start up that weather balloon, man, because we got to get some rain here. I wish they'd turn back on those weather manipulation, give us some more rain.
Yeah. Ooh.
But they ain't.
You're going to have a real problem with Trump expanding this National Guard across the United States with all of these Democrats. And you know what's going to happen. The crime is in the big cities. Mm-hmm. The folks down in the South and out in the West, that's not in California, they're not going to be real fired up to see all this protest and stuff.
No.
But the folks in the cities where there's tons of homeless people and a lot of folks that are unhappy with the way things are.
Sure.
And they're being paid. You're fixing to find that this is going to be a movement that just bubbles over until we are unraveling from the inside out.
Sure. Well, which is the way the globalists know the only way to bring down America is from the within, and I mean that's what you're seeing.
That's what you're seeing for sure.
Well, and it's by design and on purpose. Oh, just the whole world's falling apart. Sounds like, Phee, but.
Well, I've got about 15 different things to talk about, and again, every time I'm on night, I have to push my phone in order to keep it lit, or it'll go dark.
Oh, yeah.
You have to slide it back up again.
Uh-huh.
So every once in a while, I have to tap it to keep it light,
Yeah.
And obviously, I hit something that goes all the way up to the top of the screen.
Turn that off for you if you want, so it just stay on until you actually.
No, I'm talking about at night when I was reading I'm reading my script.
Yeah,
I
that's
hit a button. And then all of a sudden, I'm on episode 1, and right now I'm on episode 20. So I have to spin back, go back all the way back down.
But what I'm saying is, I can just make it to where your phone, while you're reading it, you don't have to keep tapping it. Okay. It'll just stay lit up until you say, click, and it.
Well, I'd rather have my notes on the wall.
Well,
so
I honestly though, that had to be big notes because I can't. If it wasn't for the fact we had an 80-inch TV right in front of me, I couldn't read nothing.
Again, I started with 16 TVs.
Which looked really
TV.
cool.
Now you want 5 more.
And I tell you, I busted my butt putting those dang brackets on the wall. Yeah. And then I come in the next day and they're all taken off. I'm like, oh, what?
It's
But the thing that bothered me though is that the fact that 12 of the 16 TVs were the exact same, and the last 4 were not.
They were the same size.
I want same overall size, same exact dimensions, same exact screen dimensions.
Well, I failed miserably on that.
Well, but we reversed course and we're doing all right now.
Well, you said, Phee, idiot, can we do this the right way? And I said, Mark, I want it like broadcast news from 1970s or 80s. And you said, I don't care what you want. We're going to do it the way that it works. And I said, okay, sir.
Well,
and that's where you did it, and it worked. So I'm thankful for you. But I don't have. I bought a teleprompter. I can't read it. Okay.
Yeah, I've never even looked at it. Why can't we read it? It's just too small.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well.
It's, uh, I mean, you know that knucklehead Joe. He'll tell you tons of things to buy, and I just keep buying them.
I tell you that he almost died last night.
Really?
I tell you, I was over there helping him. He's building some walls he's building a shop or something, and he got this fancy wood for real cheap because it fell off a truck or something. So it's like, so what I'm saying is like
That's what he would do. That's
Well,
how boy
but-
works now.
but I tell you, like the amount of wood he got for $400, he got the entire load of wood for his whole shop for $400. And he's like, well, yeah, you go buy some, and then we can build a shop at your house. I'm like, well, if I buy the wood, it's going to sit there for 3 years until I can afford to build the whole rest of it.
There you go.
But yeah, we were lifting up a wall. He was in the tractor, whatever. The wall fell over on him onto the tractor.
What?
Yeah, like okay, Joe's on the tractor, pushing the thing up, whatever. The wall falls off the tractor, falls off the bucket onto Joe.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Is he okay?
Well, yeah, he's fine because his steering wheel, his steering wheel and tractor dash caught it.
Okay.
But for a good 30 seconds or 40 seconds after the fact, I was like, we thought Joe was pinned in his tractor. That's what I mean. Like, imagine a wall, like, on this table. But, you're like, well, didn't know if it smashed or broke Joe's legs. Didn't know if he broke his arms because, he...
Let me understand this. The wall. How does the wall fall? Was it not tied to?
No. We were building. We were framing the walls.
Okay.
So we framed the wall, and then we're trying to
push it up.
Push it up. But it's that fancy wood that apparently is like so much more heavy. Like because I thought a regular wall. Oh yeah, Joe, let's get this. Push it up. We tried, couldn't even nudge it. So we got the tractor to lift it up, and like I said, it fell off the tractor onto Joe, and I thought, well, he's dead, or I thought, I'm going to have to somehow get him unpinned from this tractor. Thankfully, his steering wheel caught it, and he just slipped on out. But no way I could have lifted that thing off of him.
His heart rate was going on. The thing about him is he can get real upset real quick.
Well, what's funny is he was upset about that because it messed up his tractor a little bit. But then directly after that, in the next 2 minutes, we had the wall up. And I messed up then, and the wall fell the other way and just exploded. And at that point, he rage quitted and said, I'm going inside to take a shower. And so I was like, okay, dang. And so I was out there about to leave. Then he came back out, and he was fine, but needed to go inside, came back out, and we just...
He had to have that, he had to have that police chief moment.
Which, we got the wall up finally, but boy, I tell you, it was bad. I literally thought he was...
Idiot police chief, I'm telling you.
I thought he was dead, man.
I mean, I'm telling you, you can't make that stuff up. You got, number one, you're building a wall and there's a tractor involved. I don't understand that framing. Number two, the wall falls on Joe and he doesn't get hurt. Number three, you keep working, you put the wall up and you knock it down the other way. Is that the way those things went?
Yeah, exactly. 100% that exact way.
Okay, well, that's why Fee's not involved in that kind of stuff, see? Because if I'd have been there, it wouldn't have turned out that way.
Well, I tell you, I'm for real. Like Joe got lucky that. I mean, if the tractor would have been a foot forward,
that's a blessing.
Well, I mean, seriously, if the tractor would have been a foot forward, it would have fallen on his body and his head, and I don't know if it would have killed him, but it would have really messed him up. So and of course, he just played it off like, who cares? Almost died. But for real, I thought, man, he got lucky.
Well, thank the Lord.
Lucky.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, well, I mean, now he's got to fix his tractor, but that's unfortunate. But
that's okay. It's like I tell you,
Well,
that's why you had. The bottom line is, if one of your kids is in a wreck, you don't care about the car.
Well, no.
It
depends on what model and make.
If it's between him getting pinned or paralyzed or dead or broke back or
broke. I don't know. I don't know.
That's all right. Hey, let's fix the tractor. I'll take number B.
Oh, me too. Me too.
Letter B.
But it all went good. I mean, I stayed out too late.
Well, Oliver, my good dog, just hurt all night, whined all night, just wanted me to fix it, all night.
I can fix it.
I know you love those dogs. He wants me to travel all around, and he's going to stay here and take care of my dogs, and he doesn't like the dogs.
I like animals. I am a very big animal
I'm talking my
lover.
dogs. He doesn't like my dogs.
Does anybody?
Me.
Well, I'm
the only one that matters.
Yeah, but it's just like such an inconvenience to come over and deal with them. Is all I'm saying.
They love me.
They love you. I know it.
And they love you too.
I know it. Which it's even worse when I have to tell them to get out of here. But Man.
Well, you're not very nice to him.
No, but they peed on the keyboard.
Again,
I mean, on the keyboard.
You would think that's not the dog's problem. You would think that's a Phee problem for leaving the door to the room open.
Well,
because of the heat.
I would have done the same thing.
Leaving and not coming back for 8 to 10 hours. And I mean, you hold your pee for 8 to 10 hours before, and then not be able to pee. Sooner or later, you're just going to pee somewhere. Now, why they chose the keyboard, again, I don't know.
But my first inclination was to pick it up and just, I don't know,
Slap them upside the head
with the pee-covered keyboard.
Yeah, well, we can go wash your hands. You're talking about an all-time low for support now with Israel. The whole world is turning.
Well, and I tell you, I'm telling folks, I mean, clearly the world's going to turn against Israel, but the way in which it's happening, I guess, is confusing to people because I've been telling people for a while, this is part of the deception to harden the hearts of people. The stuff about Israel, the complaints are true, but it's the reaction the world is having that is wrong, right? And so, people keep getting surprised when I say there are people who are claiming the God of Israel is a demon. Okay, yeah. And then, just last weekend, my father-in-law was telling me, man, this guy that I went to seminary with, look what he posted. And the Jews are the problem. I said it, the Jews. And I said, man, I've been trying to tell you, but you get on that pipeline and you say, hey, wait a second. Maybe I don't like what they're doing or have done. And the next thing you know, wait, maybe Jesus wasn't a Jew. Jesus called out the Jew. The God of Israel is a demon. I could dispel the logic in a lot more detailed version. But what I'm saying is people aren't going to realize it's that bad until
it's that bad.
It's that bad. Now, I'm telling you that people are going to be claiming the God of Israel is a demon. They already are, and before long it'll be worldwide. I mean, for real. And it doesn't mean I'm anti-Israel because I'm saying that.
You're not, but you appear to be.
I do, and I get that because, as I say, I think both options are the trap.
I know, and I think you're right.
But, I don't know. But people would rather risk that than being like, well, just in case.
They'd like to do a whole lot of things, but including stick their head in the sand and not realize what's actually going on. Every single day, you're moving closer and closer and closer. Mm-hmm. Every single day, you're just drifting right in that area with all of these mayors, all of these governors, all from these Democratic states.
I feel the pull.
You're a divided country.
But I feel that pull myself. I have to ground myself, be like, hey, well, the God of Israel is not a demon. I'm not going to hate these people. It is very easy to fall in that pipeline, is all I'm saying. Or, easy to fall in the other one.
Well, I think both ways. And by the way, let's just tell the truth. If you're pro-Israel, you don't see a lot behind the scenes of what they do. And if you're pro-Palestinian, then you just, if anybody would support people going across the dadgum border and mutilating children and women, and then complain that they're defending themselves. If they come into Arkansas and do that to us,
right,
what would we do?
But I would also argue that, don't
argue for that side.
Well, no, I'm just saying, Hamas is the one who perpetuated the attack.
Yes.
Now, how does that equate to a Palestinian citizen who's just worried about eating? I don't know if I'd go that far. But Hamas are pro-Palestinian, yes.
Absolutely.
That was for the pro-Palestinian cause, or Hamas terror. But now
it has nothing to do with the Palestinians.
That's what I'm saying. Attaching that terrorist attack to all the Palestinians, I think, is not good.
That's exactly what all the world will say.
Right.
When they're giving the Palestinian state, which will be in the West Bank, and they've never even mentioned it yet.
That's not.
When are they going to mention that?
When are they? I don't know.
When they propose that two-state solution, they're going to end it sooner or later. They're going to quit talking about Gaza and start talking about that West Bank.
But why?
That is the biblical.
But why is it important that why does it matter that the Palestinians have Gaza or the West Bank as opposed to one or the other? Like, why is it important that they're going to put them in at the West Bank as opposed to let them stay in Gaza?
It's biblical that it's Judea and Samaria with Jewish settlers.
Okay.
That's the only one. They can do all the peace treaties they want. They can give the Palestinians Gaza all they want, and it doesn't affect the biblical characteristics.
Okay, sure. I was
just
just
keep moving right along, trying to solve some medical problems.
Sure.
And living and playing golf.
I just didn't. I didn't know.
But see, again, nobody's talking about where's the state of Palestine going to be, and it's going to be in the West Bank.
Where was it previously? The pretend one. Was it just Gaza? Like, is Gaza a city or a country or what? I don't actually know.
They call it a strip, but they gave that property to them. How's that been going for them?
Well, I don't know, but
there's never been any peace. But now Gaza's been destroyed, and the people are starving. So what's going to happen is, no matter whether they make it a resort, they just have a wildfire like California and let's just.
I think they have a lot more fun just with bombs. I mean, because they destroy with wildfires, yes. Yeah. But I think sometimes they're doing it with the bombs right now in Gaza on purpose, and they love it. So they don't care that we, Whereas the American government might burn down a town with forest fire and be like, oh no,
we don't have any water.
They're just happy to be like, these people are terrorists. We're bombing them, and we're going to take over.
Well, you've got the whole world that now, and I say whole. That's not correct. You've got a tremendous amount of countries now ready to recognize a two-state Palestinian state, and in this September in the United Nations meeting.
Right, which I don't even have an opinion on.
You got New Zealand, you got Finland, you got Australia, you got Poland, you got, of course, the main players: the European Union, England, France, Germany, and
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia's definitely. But bottom line is, how is Russia and Ukraine going to be with the Europeans? What's going to happen for that shift to occur?
Either in the conclusion of this war with Russia, a point of peace will be that, or some conflict that might not necessarily be World War III will, I don't know, maybe the Chinese stab the Russians in the back and they say, oh, we want, we're teaming up with you because we don't like China anymore. I mean, I don't know. What do you think?
I spent 2 hours listening to Putin talk about with reporters from Europe a couple of days ago, and he's just told me, we know that the leopards of Germany are fighting against us in Ukraine. We know what you Europeans are. We've had a good relationship since World War II. We've held our commitments. So if you guys want to continue down this path, and they were talking about sending in some one type of missile that Germany has, and they said if you send it over there, it won't have any effect on this war, but it will have effect on
our relations.
On our relations.
Oh yeah, of course.
So that's got to be. They all going to turn against America, and they're all going to get together. And the event, I think, does that is World War III. But if not, there's got to be a shift.
And what my contention is about the whole Russia thing is, again, I'm not pro Putin. I'm not a Russophile, But my contention is that Russia has set themselves up. You don't see it portrayed like this in American media. They have set themselves up as opposing the globalist New World Order, right? Like a lot of the Russian propaganda that they were dispersing amongst themselves were how this is a war against the globalist. This is a war so that they can stay a Christian nation. This is a war, or get into like big ag. Putin outlawed GMOs, said we don't want that in our country. We want to grow real food. Stuff like that. So it's like, again, I'm not inherently pro-Russia or pro-Putin, but me and you, are anti-globalist. But how many people who are anti-globalist support the globalists' biggest bludgeon, America, right? So, again, I'm not saying don't be anti-America, but it's like, hey, this country who's going to war with another country, they're really anti-globalist and want to be Russia and don't want the globalists taking over their country. But we want to destroy them because we're America. But I also don't like globalism. You know, you see the disconnect. It's like they're setting themselves up as against the New World Order, and we, who are also opposed to it, are in the New World Order saying, yes, 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 America, yes, America. But America's the globalist. America is the weapon of the globalist. You know? What do you think, Phee? Did I fry your brain? Did I say something crazy?
No, I just, the framing of that.
Does it make sense to you, though?
Yes, it does. But I think that what I was thinking is that's the way they'll frame it. I mean, exactly the way you just got through saying it. That's plausible.
Well, I mean, but it's already seen it. And regardless of if Putin himself is a good Orthodox Christian, I don't know. But he, at least, very least, says we're going. I mean, I'm not saying I'm paraphrasing, but we don't want to accept the globo homogeneous. What's the word I'm looking for? They call it global homo, or whatever. But it's not homo like homosexual. It's like global homogeneous. Yeah, there's a homogeneous. I can't even say the word, but like the word I'm looking for, like homogeneous or whatever, homogeneous, globo homogeny. That's what the word I'm looking for. Homogeny.
Very good.
But does it make sense? Like the globo homo is they don't want to be a part of the global homogeny.
Hey, I went.
Did I use that word correctly?
2 for 14 on the evangelical.
Did I use that correctly?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't make any difference.
Idiot. I'm an idiot. Well, I'm just saying. I'm from Arkansas, folks. What do you expect?
Hey, we love our home state.
There's only half a college degree between us. No, I'm kidding. There's actually probably one college degree between us.
I've got a college degree.
What is your degree in?
Bachelor of Business Administration from the University of Mississippi in 1986.
Well, now, though,
it has done me so much.
When I hear now, and I know this was different in your day, but and a lot of folks, when I hear someone say, and it's easy for me to say because I didn't finish college, oh, I'm majoring in business. My first thought is, oh, you're majoring in unemployment.
There you go.
Because I don't know. What's the point?
I've always taught. I've told people and my children and other folks that a business degree in college, they sold everybody on higher education.
Yeah.
And for a reason. Mm-hmm. And there's they promote propaganda, but there's a big need there for
daycare for the goyim.
It's
well, I mean, for example,
they're shifting these the professors in the universities are shaping the culture with the young people.
Oh yeah, but then what bothers me is all of these good conservative parents who know and acknowledge the fact that the universities are ruining our youth.
They don't know that. They're too busy.
But they would. If you just said, "Hey, don't you think the universities are detestable and liberal?" They'd say, "Yeah." But then
they'd say Arkansas is number 14.
Okay. Well, I don't know. But the point I'm making is it's like, oh yeah, the universities are quite literally poisoning the minds of our youth.
That is
But
true.
I can't wait. Yeah, I can't wait to send my impression.
Especially the dadgum Ivy League.
Well, but the thing is, it's like, okay, well now I want to send my very impressionable 18-year-old daughter to go live at this place where I know they're poisoning the minds of the youth, and because I just so happen to raise my children way different than everybody else. They're not going to mess up. They're not going to fall into the trap that I'm putting them in.
They're naive.
I would rather, now this might sound terrible, I don't want my daughters to go to college. I don't want them to have a career. I want them to, now again, this is just my own personal opinion. I'm not trying to be sexist, but I would rather them think I'm going to grow up and find a good husband to take care of me and have his babies. Yeah. Don't worry. I don't know. I don't know. I would much rather give my daughter to a man who's going to take care of her than a man who is looking for half a paycheck. I don't know.
The number of years that have gone by from the culture of it takes 2 paychecks, getting the woman out of the house, sending the kids to other people to be raised for the extra income. Just a cultural shift, slow over a period of time, with really emasculating men.
But it also, again, most people aren't aware of it, but it's almost, in a sense, where was I going with that? What was I going to say? I don't know. Crap, there's a very important point. People, they would say, yeah, if I stayed home, I'd have more time with my children, but then I couldn't buy them this, or they wouldn't have that. And so they excuse themselves by saying, I'm trying to provide a better experience or life for them. But the thing is, they don't know different. It doesn't. If you're nice and poor,
you have good intentions. It doesn't matter, does it? I mean,
Well, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, it doesn't. A kid doesn't care if they're rich or poor, if they even know it, but they know if you're spending time with them or not.
there you go.
And so what I'm saying is, again, I go back into we treat our children like an inconvenience. So naturally, these children grow up and treat old people like an inconvenience,
That's
put them in the
correct.
nursing home. But
That's correct.
therein also, I'd rather have a nicer car so my kid can see me drive around as opposed to spend time with them. And that has nothing to do with people who are wealthy or not wealthy. Just the mentality that we have regarding our children.
No, the credit markets are key. It takes right now 2 incomes.
Oh, and then by design.
One income has to be very, very
And
high.
interestingly enough, last night I was reading specifically that it was some woman who saying she was having an existential crisis because she put in her job description into ChatGPT because she was trying to explain to her daughter what she did for work. So she typed in, "Hey ChatGPT, I'm this position at a company." It was like marketing director, supervisor, or something, or some company, a corporate company job. Anyways, the AI put out and said, "Yeah, I would describe it like this: your job is to make colorful pictures or change words on posters that then are going to make people maybe want to buy a product they don't need." And she was essentially saying, "I never realized my job was so pointless and meaningless until it described it to me like this." But I say that to say how many jobs that people are going to that, of course, are paying good money, take you away from your family, that at the end of the day, what are you actually doing? You're moving around slides on does that make sense? Like,
All about priorities, Mark, and the priorities are not where they need to be.
No,
they
but it's
need to
kinda-
be raising children. They need to be
Well-
paying and saving money. I mean, right now you're fixing to find out with the interruption of services how much money, what percentage of people can actually go a month without a paycheck.
But you also get into like during COVID, how many jobs were deemed unessential and they just stopped. The world kept moving, but these jobs stopped. In that our economy is I don't know. I mean, I'm no economist, but like I think that a shift you're seeing in the world is most people are employed doing service jobs like, "Hey, I made your hamburger," or "Hey, I did this for you." Service economy or creator economy, as opposed to actually doing productive things like working steel mill, dealing with steel,
Building bridges,
most
pouring
people,
concrete.
and I'm not saying you have to, I mean, those things are important, but most people are employed in jobs that are fake, is what I'm saying.
Well, they're not fake, but they're meaningless.
Well, meaningless, not fake as in pretend, but at the end of the day, I don't know, but look
That's
at me.
why all of these, this AI is going to...
I say that I'm in a fake newsroom talking to people for a living.
No,
but,
you're not.
No, I'm just saying that. I'm not down in that. I'm just saying here I am knocking people's fake or pretend jobs. Ha! And then, it's like, well, look at your fake and or pretend job. Not that this is fake or pretend, but I just come full circle when I discuss these things because then I'm thinking in a broad sense, applying it to people I know, applying it to the culture, and then it comes back around. I think, well, let me look at myself in the example I just used. So it's not that I'm trying to inherently demonize myself. That's just some point I got to work my way back to my own self. If that makes sense.
It definitely makes sense. But the Ukraine, it's all in the news. I would urge people to pay attention.
Okay. Well, is this
today's
summit
Wednesday?
Well, is this summit happening now? Like, are they in
Yes.
Alaska right now happening?
No, they'll be here. I think Friday.
Okay. I almost hate when they say, "Hey, next week they're having the summit." Just do the summit and then tell me after the fact, instead of being like, "Whoa,
Well,
what's
the
going to
video
happen?"
conference call they had yesterday morning in DC time, it was 3 p.m. German time. So whatever went on that call, you'll never know the real deal on that.
No, I've wondered like sometimes.
You'll have press statements that are put out.
Oh yeah. I just wonder sometimes though, like when these leaders like Putin or Trump talk, if they ever have a moment like, "Ha, idiot, I'm going to get you," or I mean, not in a mean way, but just like, "Hey, don't you think all this is kind of silly?" "Yeah, but just part of it. We got to do it, man." "Yeah, I know it."
Trust me, there is a good old boy network with them, even if they're opposing each other, because just tell the truth, they're in a unique, special, elite category.
But also, how many people can sympathize with people in that position other than people in that position?
I don't think people realize the struggles, the emotional turmoil, the stress that goes with those positions. Y'all can almost see every president when he comes into office, when he leaves, his hair's white.
I tell you, DT's the only one coming out looking good. Donald Trump's the only one that that
Well,
looks
he ain't
better and
out
better.
yet now.
No, and apparently
He's had some health problems.
yeah, which is interesting because you just see both sides, like liberal conspiracy theorists, are going crazy about Trump's medical this, medical that, but it's like
He just I mean,
something going on with his ankles.
He doesn't have any mental conditions like my boy
no,
Biden
no,
did.
yeah, I mean, of course, they're going to say he's mentally incapacitated, but something seems like going on with his feet or ankles.
They can't go from he wants to be a dictator and a warmonger to he's incompetent and he doesn't come out of the basement. I mean, pick a side.
Yeah, I saw a video. It's just a meme, and it was I guess Donald Trump stumbled walking up the stairs. But
They all do. I stumble. You stumble.
I did too. And of course, they're going to say, "Oh, see, he's unhealthy, old, this and that." But the video was like it was almost like Biden coming to Trump as he walked up the stairs. Trump, grab the rail. Don't do like I did. And it shows him stumble, and then last second grab the rail, and then has Shinzo Abe, the former Japanese prime minister or whatever, saying, "This was for you, Trump." I don't know. But isn't it crazy that the Japanese prime minister a few years ago got assassinated? Yep. And him and Trump are really good friends. For some reason, that really kind of made me sad.
Well, not only that, but who's talking about it?
Who's talking about what?
There's nobody talking about
the Japanese prime minister getting shot.
And was a friend of Trump's during while he was running for president.
I know, and apparently they were like real good friends.
So I mean,
I don't know, that for some reason that bothers me. I don't know much about the Japanese, what they got going on, or their government, but I'm a pro-Japanese guy personally. I'm pro-Japan.
Just
I've
never been anti-Japan, but I've always thought now if they would have sent nuclear bombs over and killed my grandparents and my great grandparents, I don't think I'll do whatever it takes to get along with them until I
wonder if that's a cultural thing in the sense of like I'm sitting there thinking I'm going to wait till I get my chance. I'm going to get you, but maybe to them they actually think we got beat. These are the terms. We're happy to exist in them.
Either way, I don't trust anybody in that situation.
Oh, well, no, I wouldn't either.
But I think the more you're with them and the more you spend time with them, you build that trust, and I just don't know whether that's
if Japan remilitarized, I don't know if they'd be our friends. Or if the American influence in Japan just was non-existent, I don't know if they'd say, okay, we're free. We're rearming ourselves. This and that, but I will say, when I come across a piece of a tool and it says China, I think, man. If I see Germany, I think, ooh, like a pair of calipers, something made in Germany, woo. If I see something made in Japan, also, I think, I don't know what the stigma is, but for some reason, when I find a pair of calipers or this or that tool made in Japan, I think, this is good quality craftsmanship. Yeah. Not just be me though.
The most criminal organization that I will have fought after this is over.
The Vatican, the FDA, the pharmaceutical companies.
I've already fought the
police
FCC,
chief of Fort Smith.
Think about this is how incompetent the government was. They send me a notice from the FCC that says within 90 days your license and call letters will be granted.
Okay, license and call letter. What's call letter like? KTCS.
WMC 79.
Was that your call?
No.
Okay.
But I've got, I had 40 or 60 different call letters.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, did you pick a cool one?
I didn't own one radio station or TV station. I owned all of them.
Well, so then, you could have went on there and been like, hey, this is the Phee Smee. Well, how great would that have been for this Phee Smee network?
Would have been fantastic.
If we were literally broadcasting to 60 radio stations right now. Now all that to say,
I know.
We need to look into how to get on public radio.
I know exactly.
There's got to be a way.
Do that. I've already thought about it.
Oh well, I mean, you know the business. I don't. I've never thought about it till right this moment.
No, but that's definitely.
Because I had an uncle who is a preacher, and they would have him send. I don't know. A part of the deal with the church was they send in your tapes, and we'll put your sermon on air on I don't know Sunday whatever. And it's just like he didn't make that deal. There's got to be a way to get on. Well, had Tommy Street 104.7. He hit me up, wanted me to come act for him. I should have done that. Maybe I need to hit him up. The 104.7. Radio guy.
We're not worrying about right at this point locally. If anything, we don't need to be doing is getting real popular locally.
We need to be popular.
We need to be popular
in Tallahassee, Florida, before we're popular here.
Yes. But anyway, talking about the FDA, which is the most criminal organization, with 75% of their employees from the FDA are from Big Pharma working for the FDA. They want now, after 60 years, Mark, they want to know the definition of orange juice.
Well, is it juice that's simply squeezed, or is it concentrated? Or, I mean, there's a big difference.
In late July, the Food and Drug Administration announced its plans to both revoke or propose to revoke 52 food standards, including several standards of identity.
Well, that might be a good thing, though. I don't know, because how many things do they call cheese that are actually imitation cheese?
Well, let's just continue to read it and find out.
Okay, well, you know me. I'm asking questions before I even know.
After it said it found them to be obsolete. And now, kind of like your words that go in the English language, how many have they eliminated?
Well, they eliminated a lot.
Did you say 10% or 8%?
There was something like, I don't know, 10,000 words that stopped getting. Yeah, I mean, but the point is, I think that gets into a whole.
Well, they found these to be obsolete, and now that may include orange juice too. Here's what it means for your morning glass of juice and beyond. You do realize that it was a Kellogg's cereal company that went to the orange juice producers and said, look, you need to take these oranges and turn them into juice, and we will sell them on a breakfast type of, eggs,
Kellogg's is evil.
Well, they got lots of orange.
If you look into
why buy cereal,
literally, if you look into where Kellogg's got their, he made these cornflakes as a tool to make young boys not masturbate.
Sugar, that's right.
Now, for some, I don't understand the logic, because cornflakes.
Yes.
And my own, I don't
think about corn and sugar.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's
that's all your diet
goy
is.
slop, cattle feed. But the whole. Well, how long would it take cornflakes to docile a boy to the point where he doesn't have testosterone enough? You know what I'm saying? Like
it wouldn't. But
they're playing the long game.
Yes, it was certainly.
But if you just said, "Hey, we got this box of cereal because masturbation problem," I would have thought, I'd just tie the hands
Here's
behind
the
it.
orange juice. First, what is a food standard of identity? As Food and Wine previously explained, the FDA began setting standards of identity in 1939 to promote honesty and fair dealing, to ensure the characteristics, ingredients, and production processes of specific foods were consistent with what consumers expect. Do you think they've accomplished that mission?
I guess.
So here we go. We got the Oregon Growers explains the difference in preserves and jams. They must contain at least 55% sugar and 45% fruit.
That's not bad.
Okay, that's what it has to. So if a product does not meet these requirements, it must be called another name. So why is the FDA changing it for orange juice? On August the 5th, the FDA announced that it's proposing to amend the standard of identity for pasteurized orange juice, which has been in place for 6 decades, in an effort to promote honesty and fair dealing for consumers. So 60 years they've lied to us and ruined. Now they want to fix it.
But what am I drinking that's orange juice that's not orange juice, apparently?
Same thing. Do you know that when I was in liver failure, that one night in the hospital, that they gave me 3 of the worst 7 drinks for the liver?
That's what you said.
Apple juice, Sierra Mist, and
Cranberry
juice.
That's what you said, I thought.
Because they were concentrated with high fructose corn syrup.
Of course, now would
so we're
those
find
things?
Out that the orange juice is it high laced with?
Well, but let me ask you this: if you would have had just a glass of
water,
or a glass of apple juice that wasn't full of high fructose corn syrup, would that be bad for you?
I think it would be phenomenal.
Okay, well, what I'm asking is, like, if you would have drank those, do you think you would have died, or it just would have been bad?
I did drink them, and I didn't. I wasn't aware of any of the stuff. I wasn't aware of anything.
Because I know cranberry juice is good for your kidneys.
Absolutely.
But if it's
I love cranberry juice.
Yeah, yucky. It's to me, it's trying to be grape juice, but not.
Just look. All you have to do is just look at the labels.
I do. My wife gets mad because every time she buys something, I turn the ingredients over and I'll read it, and of course, she's thinking.
So after 60 years, Mark,
tell me,
of the orange juice, folks, the FDA's decided now that they're going to propose a rule change to provoke flexibility to the food industry.
Well, I don't know. Do we want flexibility in the food industry?
Why the change now? As the FDA explained, it's in response to a petition by the Florida Citrus Processors Association and the Florida Citrus Mutual, which is asking for the change. as the current standard of identity has a minimum Brix requirement, a measurement that indicates the sugar content of a liquid at 10.5%. So 10.5% of the orange juice is sugar. It wants to be reduced, this requirement, to a flat 10%.
Okay. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
They're going through and spending a whole lot of money for that 0.5%, aren't they?
Man, that kind of stuff. Waste of time, waste of money.
That's because the state of Florida has been ravaged by citrus greening disease, which has caused a lower crop production as well as fruit that has less sugar than before. So oranges are now being grown with less sugar, and so they want to change the standards. All right. The FDA pasteurized orange juice standard of identity when originally promulgated in 1963. Was carefully constructed and reflected to the qualities of the U.S. oranges. The petition by the two organizations states it should now be updated and aligned with the properties of the modern U.S. crop. I can imagine with that we need to be modernizing all of our U.S. crops.
You said nation state. The end of the nation state is upon us.
Yep, you're telling the truth. So here we go with the pasteurized orange juice. The FDA further explained that the change shouldn't affect the taste of the orange juice and will have a minimal impact on the nutrients found in orange juice.
Okay.
So there's your FDA now after 60 years deciding they want to go from 10.5 to 10 point because the Florida orange growers are having some disease down there in their crops.
Well, I just don't know how to feel about that because I don't know. I can't even tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Yep.
On one hand, if it's because RFK is making them do it, I'm like, okay, good. I trust him.
Yeah.
But I don't know. So, guys, check your orange juice, apparently. What are you really drinking? What's going on?
You would know. You know, I fed my kids Nutri-Grain bars all their for more. I mean,
Grain.
Nutri-Grain bars.
Grain.
See, I would put them in all their lunches. So they you know, inside they got all this artificial flavor.
You feed cattle grain.
I know, and
like all the baby snacks.
I feel bad about that. I mean, I just feel bad about it.
Well, but even like the baby snacks you give that are you're just giving your kid mushy grain, no jaw development, no.
My point is that no matter what if they tell you, hey, orange juice is good for you, Nutri-Grain cereal bars is good for you. It's perception, it is a deception, and it is
well, it's kind of like, what are all those cereals, honey nut Cheerios or whatever. It's like heart healthy. Heart healthy. You see all the time.
You see the heart on there.
Heart healthy.
You see the little bee running around with his heart.
I'm saying heart healthy, but it's like, you're telling me just goy slop mush is good for my heart?
Lies, and deception.
There's been more heart disease since they made the food pyramid.
Folks, Mark has got so much to do today. I'm trying to get out of town, trying to figure out what's going on with my schedule. We're going to try to get everything ready to go and let you know. If it's not this week, it'll be next. And by the way, Mark, I have to tell you that you're going to be rocking and rolling today at midday.
Oh, probably.
You'll have something on your plate that'll be phenomenal.
Well.
I thought your show yesterday was one of the best
really?
that I've seen. And yes.
Because I spent most of the time just reading.
Again, what's important. We're going to have to do a better job where it doesn't look like either one of us are reading.
Well, but if you're reading,
everybody's reading.
Well, but but specifically, I did bring it up for them to read also. So.
Well, there you go. That's something that I don't have that feature because if he loaded it up for me, I would mess it up and then he wouldn't be here.
It's not really. You just literally as simple as watch this.
Again,
click.
I was on
click.
top of the news. I was on top of the newsstand with my beach chair the other day.
I saw that and I just thought, fool. But it was hilarious.
What do you say except?
Now, did you say on Night with Phee? Did you say hey to Jerry? Because he's okay.
I went on. I spent 30 minutes with Jerry. I said, Jerry, Mark, every morning, the first thing he says to me is, you think Jerry's going to tell me?
Well, but I don't want to pressure Jerry into making him feel like.
Why?
Well,
what are you talking about? Why you don't want to pressure Jerry? I want Jerry here, and I want him to tell everybody.
I just mean,
okay, Jerry.
I would just feel bad. I would just feel bad if he's thinking, okay, well, I got to drop a comment on this podcast if these guys are going to get depressed and jump in a lake.
Very few people would. I think that's a great connection that you'll make with your audience.
Well,
that you have that type of ability.
Well, I mean, I just like the idea that someone that we don't know somewhere thinks that what we're saying is either entertaining or interesting enough to drop in. That, to me, is the most exciting
The
aspect.
law of large numbers tells you 2 out of 100 will do that, and Jerry was the 2 out of 100.
I want to know
And now
which video
we've
hooked
got
him.
3,000 people out of 600,000 views. We've got 3,000 people that are subscribers, and 25,000 likes. The problem is we went from 28 subscribers on YouTube to 34 overnight, and hadn't moved in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I wonder how that happens in the sense of even like your views on Night and Out with Phee keep going higher and higher.
Yeah.
But how do we make that equate to subscribers? Or I don't know.
I've seen a lot of those tutorials that you don't like.
Yeah, that's what I knew.
Although you watch some
but I will
yourself.
say that some of those, I mean, something like that is great. But if it's like,
But
hey,
the
design your
algorithm reading and all of that,
that
that
info's
you don't
great.
agree with.
Well, no, I agree with that.
I
But
actually
now,
watch.
The part I don't agree with is the organizational structure of how we're, that's when him talking about that, I think, is the silly stuff. Now, if he's saying
you can't choose which
yes, I can.
You have to watch it in order to be able to say I like that part or that part. You didn't want to ever have anything to do with any of it. But bottom line is, these people they've been in the business.
well,
Maybe
and
they're
I'm
not experts,
and I'm
but
also
they've been in the business.
I'm also bad about just, hey, instead of wasting all this time thinking and learning, let's just jump in and do it and then figure it out.
You and Joe Bow.
Well, now I think I take a little more careful approach than Joe, but
you've got less money than Joe.
Well, you're right, because
spends money,
which is funny because
he'll just take it back if it doesn't work.
Because there are times where I'll think, when I do have a little chunk of change, I'll think, stupid purchase, but I'll think, I got the money, I'm doing it right now, before I talk myself out of it. But now I ain't got money, so I'll think about the things I want.
Yeah.
Can't make those stupid purchases, so I don't. So
there you go.
You're right.
Well, at least we're not going to. But man, I love that family. I can't imagine if that boy had been hurt bad.
Well, I mean, maybe he didn't experience it like that, but from my perspective, it could have been. I mean, it was a difference in, I almost died in, hey, I got to call someone to help me get this lifted off Joe. I mean, whether or not it's because he's dying in that moment, I don't know. But
how heavy is the wall? Because he's pretty thick.
Heavy enough that, I mean, the shop wall, I mean, it's a wall, so I don't know, 10, 12 feet high. I don't know.
He's a D1 athlete that's in his.
Well, what I'm saying is,
so he's very, very healthy.
Well, yeah.
But if it's 5,000 pounds,
I wouldn't say 5,000, but it's heavy enough that when he was on one end, I was on the other end, we couldn't lift it
at all.
Well, maybe nudge it an inch, but what I'm saying is we had to have the tractor to lift it off the ground.
Wow.
We had to. I mean, it would have been like maybe if I had it, my shoulders locked, and I was up it. Could hold it for 10, maybe if I was already in position and locked and then you set it on me, maybe you could have held it, but no amount of manipulation.
No, you're not doing it.
No, you couldn't. And what I'm saying, when it fell, the first thing he did was put his arms up to catch us. My first thought is, ooh, you're going to break those arms. But, he came with him and then his dash caught it. But at that point, it's just like, if your steering wheel wasn't there or if the whole tractor wouldn't move forward, you would have been, I don't know. It scared me to death.
You do realize
scared me to death.
That boy's fixing to have his second child.
Yes.
That's the things that 3 weeks, 3 months, 3 years from now, nobody will ever talk about. But it was a life-changing event that my Lord took care of. That's a near miss right there.
Oh, you think so?
Miss.
Oh, well.
I mean, if what you discuss me, things don't normally fall that are heavy on people without some kind of damage or problem.
Yeah, I mean, damage his tractor a little bit, but I mean, for all intents and purposes,
if his tractor, what would it have done to flesh and blood?
Well, I know, but I mean, the tractor really wasn't even as damaged. I might have to replace a hose because power steering is out. I don't know enough about the tractor, but the point being is, got very lucky, very lucky.
Well, I'm thankful for that.
Oh, me too.
I can see that's. I lost a business partner and good friend. He had a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. He was 32 years old in a fire.
Really?
I went to on New Year's Eve. Went to sleep, and the guy downstairs was smoking a cigarette and fell asleep on the couch. Woke up, the place was engulfed in flames, and ran out the door. And
forgot
the dude's up. My friend's upstairs sleeping. So by the time he knew something was wrong, he got out of bed and took 2 steps. But at 1,700 degrees,
you're not going far.
Those one breath eliminates those lungs.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that was, but see, I mean, again, he was 32 years old with a 1 and 3-year-old. So those kids grew up without ever knowing him or ever remembering him.
Spooky.
And so, I mean, that's what a blessing and what a thankful. The rest of the day can be just fantastic, or it can be terrible. I'm going to have a good day based on that.
Yes. I mean, I'm already not thinking about it.
We've got several things to be paying attention to, guys.
Yes.
We're going to get out of here, but you've got to pay attention to this Putin, Trump, European situation with Zelensky.
All I'm hearing is Putin and European. What? You're a Putin and a peon?
Yeah, and a Putin and a peon. And by the way, let's go ahead and tell the truth. The civil unrest will get worse. The National Guard will continue to move forward. They will say that it's unconstitutional.
Uh-huh.
There will be fights, arguments. They're going to try to unravel us with the civil unrest. Folks, it's here. We're just going to keep moving forward every single day. And I'm proud of Mark. I'm thankful for him.
I'm here having a good
God's
time.
blessed me with him. And I have to tell you that he'll be back at noon today. And then I'll be back tonight with Night with Phee.
I might be. We'll see. We'll see if I tune in.